What do all acid and bases have in common? We know that all acid and bases, when dissolved in water, they dissociate into respective ions. After dissociation, if the acids dissolved in water produce hydrogen ion, the concentration of hydrogen ion also increases. While if the bases are dissolved in water, they produce hydroxide ions. Both solutions conduct electricity. If the electric current is passed through the solution, we observe that the acid and bases aqueous solution becomes good conductor of electricity. It has been explained by an experiment. We take a beaker and put HCl. We know that if the HCl dissolves in water, they dissociate into hydrogen ion and chloride ions. If we insert two electrodes, this is the cathode and anode. If these cathode and anode are connected with circuit with a battery and there is a bulb, and we also attach a plug key. When the circuit is completed, we find that if plug key is inserted, then the bulb becomes glow. The glowing nature of bulb determines that the aqueous solution of acid is good conductor of electricity. While H2SO4, any acid, if dissolved in water, then it becomes good conductor of electricity. Similar situation is found in case of glucose. If the glucose solution is taken in a beaker, glucose solution is taken in a beaker and two electrodes are inserted in it, and it is connected with battery and there is a bulb. If circuit is completed, we will find that the bulb does not glow. This means that glucose is an organic compound. It is non-polar and it do not dissociate into what? Ions. So glucose, alcohol are bad conductor of electricity because they do not produce ions. Next, experimentally so that acids gives hydrogen ions in moist condition, but not in dry condition. in dry condition. This has been demonstrated by an experiment. We take a test tube and put sodium chloride 1 gram NaCl and now pour down calm sulfuric acid. After pouring sulfuric acid, we will observe that a gas is evolved. If this gas is taken through the delivery tube, and we put a dry blue litmus paper. We find that this gas do not change the color of dry litmus paper because this gas, the reaction takes place that NaCl plus calm H2SO4 then give rise to sodium sulfate plus 2HCl. This is the laboratory process of production of hydrochloric acid. So the evolution of this gas is HCl. The acidic behavior of HCl do not show with the dry blue litmus paper. If we put moist blue litmus, we find that the moist blue litmus changes into red. This experiment shows that in moist condition, the hydrochloric acid dissociate into hydrogen ion. This hydrogen ion always change the color of the blue litmus paper. This experiment shows that dry litmus do not dissociate HCl, hydrogen ion of the HCl, and if the moist litmus paper put near the HCl gas, then it dissociates into hydrogen ion, and hydrogen ion gives the acidic behavior of the acid. Now we come to next, dilution of acid and base. Dilution of acids and bases. We take test tube and put some water in it. And pour down sulfuric acid. The solution is stirred with a stirrer. There is no evolution of any gas. This phenomena is called dilution of acid. If we take another test tube and put some sulfuric acid and then pour down into water, there is a vigorous reaction takes place a splashing of acid takes place and they come out and also causes burning of the body. This is the highly exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction. So it is advised during dilution that acid is poured down into water for dilution. It is very correct process. Why? It is not correct that water is added into pumped sulfuric acid because it reacts and causes a splashing of acid. A splashing of acid. So it is incorrect process during dilution. Incorrect process. This is the correct process. Correct process of dilution. We know that during dilution of acid, the concentration of hydrogen ion per unit volume is decreases. This situation is also found in case of dilution of base. If base, during dilution of base, if base is added into water, it is the correct process, but it is not advised that water is added into compound or concentrated base. Next, now we come to pH scale. pH scale. P stands for Portgen. P stands for Portgen, meaning power. So the scientists always study about the concentration of acid and bases with respect to power. Now, pH discovered by SPL Sorensen in 1909. He also made an scale which determined the acidic or basic nature of solution. This is the neutral 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Similarly, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. This is the neutral condition. If the pH decreases from 7 to 0, it increases acidity. While pH from 7 to 14 increases basicity, increases basic character. There are certain questions that find the pH find the pH of 0.01 mHCl. To find the pH value of the solution, we take the molar concentration. So the strength 0.01 means 1 by 100, that is 10 to the power minus 2. Now pH formula of pH is equal to minus log hydrogen ion concentration. This is called hydrogen ion concentration. Now minus log 10 to the power minus 2, so minus into minus 2 into log base 10, that is 2 into log base 10 is equal to 1, that is 2. So the pH of 0.01 mHCl is more acidic. If the pH of any solution is 0.3, if the pH of any solution is 0.3, it is more acidic. If the pH is 5 to 7, that is less acidic. Similarly, if the pH of solution is 7 to 9, that is basic, and if the pH is 9 to 12 is moderate basic, and if the pH is 12 to 14, that is called more basic pH. Now we come to importance of pH in everyday life. Importance of pH in everyday life. First point, plants and animals are sensitive to pH. Animals are sensitive to pH. You know that plants always grow in neutral condition. If the pH of solution increases either acidic or basic, plant cannot absorb water and minerals from the soil. So in neutral condition, plants can grow very well. In animal case, including human beings, our body metabolism always ranges from pH 7 to 7.4. If the pH of the body solution, that is blood, increases from 7.4 to above, our body metabolism does not perform right metabolism. So our body always requires the pH range from 7 to 7.4. Now, in rainwater, that is, if the pH, rainwater, if the pH is 5.6, then it is called acid rain. Acid rain. If the pH of the river water increases lower than this, lower than 5.6 pH, aquatic life cannot survive in it. Why? If the acidity increases in river water, then gills of the fishes cannot dissociate dissolved oxygen from the water. So aquatic life becomes difficult to survive in such river water. Now, soil pH and plant. Next. Soil pH and plants. Soil pH and plant. The plants grow in the soil with different range of pH. Okay? If the pH of the soil increases, that is, if the soil is acidic, then plant cannot grow. Plant cannot grow. If the soil becomes basic, the plant cannot grow. Plant cannot grow. It means the growth of the plant always depends upon the nature of the pH of the soil.